Cleveland Clinic, Florida provides individualized treatment plans for excellent outcomes of health problems ranging from the most common to the most complex, even in cases considered untreatable by others. Cleveland Clinic, Florida. Every life deserves world-class care.
Here we go, Tuesday, KVJ After the Show podcast. Welcome, y'all.
Oh, yeah.
Look at you snap.
Trying something new.
Snappy over there.
Trying
How
something
snappy you
A
are.
little fun on a Tuesday.
Okay, yeah, look at that. Snapping to it, huh? Yeah, I don't know if people are snapping these days.
It took me a long time to snap.
It's hard to hear it on the radio. You're like, what is that?
Yeah, I know. It sounds just like your radio's shitting out on you.
Mm-hmm.
Is it static?
Static?
But
what?
it's a podcast.
Let me see here. Got a lot of insightful comments today from the KVJ audience.
Oh, good.
Many things I'm very happy to share with you, including got this email from Alyssa about seeing Britney Spears in Vegas. She said, we did. It wasn't nearly as expensive as what you're talking about with that VIP package, Virginia, that you're looking at possibly with Panda. And it was, what was it, like $1,000 or $2,000 or something?
It was
crazy?
$2,300 a ticket to go to the show, have great seats, and go to the meet and greet.
Oh, that's crazy.
So you're talking about,
Yeah.
$4,600 before taxes.
She said when she went to go see Britney, it was all lip syncing, so don't spend the money.
I don't care that it's lip syncing. And, I mean, it's not for me. It's for my husband. He loves Britney, and he certainly doesn't care if it's lip syncing. He is not there for the lips. He's there for the tits.
Well, he's there for some lips, but maybe not the ones we're talking about.
Yes, he's hoping for camel toe, does not care about a single note of a single song.
He's about the image of Britney Spears, the legacy that is Britney.
Yes.
He gets that she's not that, that good live.
It's not, seeing her sing is not why we go.
And maybe Britney Spears can't. I really don't know. I know we played a lot of clips where she did not sound very good when she sang live, but I'm sure that she can carry a tune at some point. I'd imagine, right? There's no way you can be a horrible singer and make it like that. Is she really that bad?
I think
She's
maybe
not
when
real good, yeah.
when she first started, she was probably a lot better. But now that she's getting older, I think she probably really isn't that good of a singer.
Okay.
I think it's a lot of auto-tune. I think it's a lot of studio manipulation. You're a man of the studio.
Oh, so much manipulation.
Live manipulation. Yeah. And he still has the hots for her like that, huh? Even after all these years, huh?
Britney. Loves Britney.
Okay. Still, she gets it going for him, huh?
She's the screensaver on his computer. I'm not.
Oh, boy.
So.
Someone's a little salty on that one.
You're the screensaver on my computer. No.
That'd be creepy.
That would be so creepy. That one picture of you in that leather outfit where your boobs are really... You know the one I'm talking about.
Yeah,
if that was my screensaver, that would be pretty weird.
Got this email from Jason. Said, Ricky Murder is one smart guy.
Ricky McMurder.
He does a segment on who would murder him to deflect attention from his own nefarious activities.
Oh, very good point there.
Yeah, watch Jerby's YouTube videos, Kevin's beady eyes, and Faces of Murder for proof. It's haunting stuff.
The Faces, I don't know if you've ever seen Faces of Murder, Virginia.
Is that the one where you got all the pictures of Kevin looking like he's going to kill?
And I mean, there was more to use, man. Faces of Murder Part 2 might be happening.
Let me see. Got this email from Ron. Said, I just want to take a moment while I'm getting my Denny's on. LOL, listen to you guys to call out to Kevin for not shouting out Kobe Bryant for winning an Oscar. Calling out Kevin the sports guy. Come on, Kev. He's one of the best basketball players of all time. SMH, some sports guy. P.S. Jaybird, go fuck yourself. Yeah. Well, I've only got, the sports show, I've only got 46 minutes. To do it. I mean, it really is. I mean, I set it up. I know they run it on the AM station at, I think, 3 and 6. Depends upon, what else they're running, but that's when it's supposed to run. But, yeah, I mean, I really look at it like a sports podcast, and it's 46 minutes every single day. So, you pick the stories carefully, and I want to go a little bit more local. There's so many there's 8,000 national sports shows on, yapping about whatever. So if you need somebody's take on Kobe Bryant, then and that whole thing. You can get that. I'm not going to be able to get to everything. Like,
Well, I think it's neat. I think you're kind of doing a niche thing. I think you're doing something different. I applaud that.
yeah, that's kind of it. We're putting a first focus is on local stuff. We talked a little bit about FAU and their football coaching yesterday.
You know, when I was playing ball at Chipola, it's in Marianna, Florida. It was a very small town, and it was so cool because it was the first time in my life where they were covering games on the radio and on TV, and it was just like junior college, high school stuff.
Yeah.
It made the games and the atmosphere way bigger, knowing that they were going to get some love on the air.
Yeah.
So I totally think you should bring in a lot of high school and college stuff and make it fun.
Yeah, that's what we're doing. It's going to be a lot of local shout-out stuff because, you know, you've got Colin Coward, Dan Patrick, two national guys that are on the station, and they'll take care of all that kind of stuff. Yeah, I'm going to handle a lot of the local stuff first. And we do, you know, get on some of the national, but...
So, Nikki, you got something to add to that shit?
I think local is good.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you've got other guys covering the other stuff, you be you.
Yeah.
And it's in your heart, too. And I think that's really going to be key. If you win or if you lose, if you do what's in your heart, no one can ever say you did it wrong.
That's when you can lose. If you do something that's in your heart and it sucks and it fails, you can at least go to bed knowing it was in your heart.
Yeah, that's it. Well, and I coached girls softball. My daughter came up through it, and I know just, you know, and there are a lot of South Florida sports programs that go and win state titles and do all this kind of cool stuff. And, you know, I want to be able to shout them out. Like today, I was going to do a little shout out for Oxbridge women's basketball because they won the state championship. And, you know,
Nice.
shout out everything going on with Stoneman Douglas and their hockey team that won. So we spend a good bit of time doing that kind of stuff. And if you've got a younger or youth sport activity, something that deserves a shout out, let me know, because that's the kind of stuff that we're doing on Kevin's other show. So it's kind of got that feel. That's the stuff I know and relate to.
Or COS, as everyone's calling it on the street.
COS, yeah. Everything I do has got to be a 3-letter abbreviation. Let me see. Marisol, she just wanted to give us a little shout out. She listens from Tulsa. Wants to go on the KVJ listener map that we got.
Tulsa, Oklahoma?
I believe so, Virginia.
Wow.
Isn't that tornado area right there?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
So they
Tornado Alley. I
They
think.
make it seem
Part of
like every single day it might go down with some F5 tornadoes. Is that just media shit, or
There's
is
a season. Just like we have a hurricane season, they have a season
Yeah,
when it's tornado season.
It's kind of like a late spring for them. I mean, they're getting ready to get into it. Yeah, it's if I remember right, because I lived, in Kansas City, and we weren't like really in Tornado Alley because where I was, as you start to get into Missouri, it gets a little bit more hilly, and so the tornadoes aren't as big of a factor. But yeah, you would see these just ominous-looking thunderstorms, and we've got them here in Florida too. I mean, you see them rolling in, you're like, oh my gosh, yeah. And so that's kind of what they get, except it's nothing but flat land. So tornadoes they scamper and they run free.
because they make it seem like it could be 3 to 4 tornadoes per week, it seems like.
When they get into the heart of it, it's kind of like us with hurricane season, where we've got that about 3 to 4 week window where it just feels like every day there's another threat out there. They've got about that same window, probably about 6 weeks, where it just is like every day you don't know.
Teenage.
scary.
That
Yeah.
is scary. Teenage scare
Yeah.
the shit out of me.
There's no warning. Like, you're just like, okay, it's on top of you in 5, 4, 3.
Pretty much, they come out of nowhere a lot of times, and then if one happens, I mean, they can happen in the middle of the night too, and that's what's
And
Oh,
you're
my-
sleeping.
horrifying.
I'll take hurricanes all day.
Oh, yeah. I'm oddly fascinated by them, though. Watching a tornado on YouTube. No, I don't want to see it up close.
No.
But they're very fascinating. You're right. They're very ominous, but almost kind of beautiful at the same time.
Scary.
The beauty of nature. Nick in Melbourne sent us an email just titled Poop Face. It says, when I heard Baby Rocco on the show the other day, it reminded me that Kevin once had a shit ton of Rocco poo on his face.
That video never got its due, man. That was a great prank on your end.
Yeah, there's a lot of stuff. It seems like the most painful stuff we don't do a lot with.
We're gonna repackage that.
Okay.
That's gonna get second life. Everyone, look out for the Rocco poop Kevin's face video.
Yeah, I can't remember what it was. It was like I didn't even know it was like supposed to be manure, and then
It's
realized
supposed to be manure, but,
But it did
made
not.
it Rocco's. I'm like, well, this stuff is really tart.
Well, I remember I was over there trying to
Yeah.
help out, and it just did not have the right kind of smell to
No.
it.
I just didn't have time to go to Home Depot, and then I
Yeah.
looked down at Rocco. I'm like, this Cat's making manure 3 times a day.
We're laughing, but that's pretty fucked.
Yeah, human shit on your face.
That's
Yeah.
fucked, man.
Yeah.
Not
Don't know
gonna
many
lie.
other radio shows just wiping human baby
I
shit
got
on
your
their face.
dick hair on my face.
Well, I'm just saying.
It's just as bad.
I'm not saying that's a picnic either. We need to be cool with each other.
We're all in it.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes you got a little shit on your face.
I knew something was up with that, though.
He said, on a separate note, it might be time to do away with the promo about following the KVJ Instagram because of all the Virginia butt selfies. Not only is it not true, it's just not the right climate anymore.
You're right.
Not in
What are
this
we-
climate.
what are we
Not in this
doing?
climate.
No, thank you, Nick and Melbourne.
You better
Appreciate
go
that.
take the Twitter, Virginia.
I better go take some butt selfies.
Come visit soon. It's big news here, I guess, apparently, though I don't remember it. Somebody said, hey, when did you all have Gene Simmons on, and will you repost the segment?
Stop it.
What?
It's a picture of you.
Yeah, look at that. Gene Simmons in studio right
I was
there
laughing.
on KVJ TV.
I
Yeah.
was laughing so hard when I saw that.
Yeah.
Wow, that's a big screen. Oh, I don't know if I like to be that big.
It's
Yeah,
Mean
look
Gene
at
right
it.
there,
Yeah,
everybody.
That's how you do KVJ TV right there. Yeah, just dial that right up. Yeah.
That's after they took the makeup off.
Yeah.
That's during the lick it up phase.
Yeah, it was. There you go. All right. Big star there. Amanda said, hey, how will Jason be able to skydive with his anxiety? Doesn't he have issues with just being on the second story of the mall? Not making fun, just genuinely concerned.
Yeah, I try to make myself do things that I don't like to do. I did it before. I jumped out of a plane once before, and it was awful, and it was really, really scary. But I also, more of a terrible feeling is feeling like a complete pussy, and I don't like that feeling. So, yeah, I will go for it, although it'll be very awful and very uncomfortable.
Okay. All right. So there you go. That'll be the thing. Getting on it. The year of adventure.
They don't let you drink or anything either. You're not supposed to do that stuff. So you got to go up there stone cold sober.
But you go up and you have like a person that's like on your back, right?
You do, but he knew I was with the radio show, and he fucked with me the entire time. He's like, "Oh, if I do the right, up splat on the ground." I'm like, "All right, okay, stop fucking with me."
Splat.
Yeah, he was doing all that shit that people love to do.
That is so not cool.
No, and it kind of ruined the experience. Although there was some good moments that came from it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, fuck that guy.
Yeah, fuck that guy. Come on. Like, people are scared. Like, why would you mess with somebody?
Because he thought it was going to be funny for the radio.
Got an email here. It says, hey, I'm listening to the Weird and Whatever podcast, and you're talking about love at first sight, and I realized that I don't know the story of how Denny's met Jen. From what I remember, Kevin met the Queen at Waterway Cafe, and
That's
Virginia
true.
met Panda through Jaybird, but I don't know the story of Denny's, and I'd love to know it. Mine was a Sailfish Cafe, but pretty much the same thing.
Denny's?
Right on the water.
Sailfish Marina.
Sailfish Marina, yeah.
Yeah.
Sailfish Marina.
What was you and Panda's first date?
I think you were there.
Was I?
Rachel's?
Oh shit! That was your first date?
Yeah.
The Rachel night.
That was the
my-
group.
right,
that was the
baby.
group
Yeah.
first date.
That was a meltdown night. That's
Yeah.
when the girl gave me those lap dances, and I didn't realize I was getting charged for them. And she's like, "Do you want another one?" I'm like, "Ah, sure, whatever." She's like, "Okay, that'll be $180,000."
No. The bill was $380,
Yeah.
Wow.
and I talked him down
Oh
to
my
cut it in
gosh.
half.
Well, I was confused. I thought it was a radio thing, and I thought they were just doing it to. I was so confused that night.
She kept going, "Do you want me to keep going?" And he's like, "Ah, sure, I don't care."
Well, I wasn't gonna
6
even.
songs later, she hands him a bill.
I wasn't gonna even do it. And then I got talked into doing it because I usually don't go to strip clubs, or I definitely don't know how they work. Clearly.
Clearly.
Oh my god. You want another song? I'm like, sure. It's
I love songs.
fucking that's,
I love titties.
It's so nice of you.
It was great.
that's the night.
Yeah, that was the first time we went out. And the second time we went out, just the two of us, we went to the Melting Pot.
Oh, it's a good place.
It's a very sexy place.
Yes.
That place is good for like dates or romantic occasions.
Yes.
It's expensive.
Yeah,
though.
It is expensive, but it's very, especially sometimes they'll give you like a little booth where you're kind of tucked away by yourself.
That's the best, the corner one.
You could go like third base in those things. Not that we did, but you could.
Take that fondue and just pour it all over each other.
It's kind of like your own little private little area.
You're right, and it's so dark in there.
Yes.
Definitely
you guys are
hand
getting
jobs.
me so hungry / horny.
So what about you and Jen?
We actually met through a mutual friend who Bird knows, Brittany. Brittany is the one that introduced us. I used to work with her, and then from hanging out with her, her roommate was Jen at the time. They were both students over at I believe it's Palm Beach Atlantic.
Yeah.
Okay.
Atlantic.
Is Brittany still single?
Yeah, she's living down in Lauderdale now.
Okay.
So she moved off to New York and then moved back here. So she's like, it's kind of cool for Jen to have her friend back in town, you know.
Bird, Brittany's single.
Virginia, shut the fuck up. I can say that because we're friends.
But yeah, then I moved out to Colorado, and in New York, I went to go visit them because Brittany was in town with Jen at her family's house. So I met her family really early, and I clicked with everyone in her family. They're all musicians, so I mean, musicians is just like pretty much the best.
Gotcha.
So they're pretty cool, and I became friends with her brothers, and that's pretty much it. I mean, the rest is history, so to say.
Wow. Who made the first move?
Oh, it's hard to say. So the first time that we we decided that it was like a thing. It was. We actually both were pretty wasted.
Where was it?
It was actually at that Irish place right there in Palm Beach Gardens.
Oh,
The Irish pub.
Kevin, you know it.
Yeah, it's right there, right by Midtown.
By Pizza Girls.
Yeah, by the new Pizza Girls.
Oh, I know what you're talking
Oh,
about.
it's going to bother me. It's like a sneeze.
Patty Mac?
Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we were drinking there. We were drinking whiskey. We were both like depressed about how our relationship status was at the time, and we were kind of just having like one of
Really?
those. Yeah, because she was single and I was single too. I was living out in Colorado.
And nothing had happened yet?
no,
physically?
nothing physically.
And it was just the two of you?
Yeah, well, what's cool about her is because I was friends with Brittany, I became very good friends with Jen on like a non-competitive level or like trying to date or hook up type thing. So you're kind of like you learn a lot about each other, and we were actually
Sure.
friends first. And then we started dating just because we were such good friends with each other, and it just clicked one night. But yeah, it's pretty crazy.
Wow.
So you laid that Mac down at Patty Mac's?
Yeah, well, it started off sad. I mean, you're kind of talking about, oh, I'm single. Yeah, I'm single. And we were kind of sharing commonalities in our
But
singleness.
did you go into that night knowing you're going to hang out with her thinking maybe something could happen before you even started drinking?
Not even. It was I hadn't seen her in like probably like a year and a half or whatever.
Oh, wow.
And so I was like, hey, I'm in town. I was actually visiting Bird. We were working on some tracks. This is how long ago this was.
I think at my mom's house.
Yes, it was. It was before I was staying in that guest room, that side room.
Wow.
And yeah, so we were drinking all night, and we were just talking about how our relationships were sad, and then we kind of just like hooked up. And
That's
then,
like a country song. We were drinking whiskey and lonely.
Right.
yeah, it kind of
Now
is.
you're
and,
my one and only.
and then it was just, it was
A shot of lonely.
A shot that country hit.
That
Right
is
in
Country
there.
hit right
Shot
there.
of lonely, yeah.
that,
All right,
dude,
we're
that's
gonna-
great.
Virginia, we're recording that today.
A shot of lonely, followed by a shot of bonely.
Oh, yeah.
Turn it into a hip hop song. I love it though.
It's a good tale.
Yeah.
And-
Right then I knew. I just liked it.
Wow.
Wow, yeah, you got the big day coming soon.
And I mean, yeah, you're going to be getting married. When's your wedding date?
June 5th.
How soon into...
June 10th, I apologize. June 10th.
June. You got June.
Get it
You're
together,
good.
dude.
How soon into dating her were you like, okay, this girl might be the one?
Well, so at first it was long distance because I went back to Colorado. So we just kind of chatted, and with the wizardry of technology now, you can just kind of chat with people on the phone. It's pretty amazing. So I mean, we had a
Yes.
relationship like that, and whole time, celibate, staying away from any trouble, just working on stuff. And
Celibate?
celibate, right?
Celibate. You said it right.
Celibate.
Celibate. I don't fucking know.
I don't practice it.
People asking me how to say words.
So yeah, and then she was, I was like, I'm gonna come back to Florida, and that's actually when I linked up back with you guys.
Did you come back to Florida for her?
Yeah, to come back and to work with the Bird.
Kevin, when did you know Denny's was the one for us?
Oh, I knew right away. I could just see it.
What was you guys' first impressions like when Bird's bringing Denny's around?
Holy
Back
shit,
in the
that-
day, think back, because I'd known you guys since back when you were on the other station.
Yeah, we had
two other stations.
Yeah, back in Miami.
And Wild. Denny's knew us in Wild too. He was I think Were you there the day of the Rob Schneider interview?
No, but I was living with Jimmy.
Yeah,
we were hanging out at that point.
He's been around in the studio since '09. I don't think you recognized him.
Yeah, no, I first remember him kind of poking around in Miami when he was working promotions and stuff like that. And you used to chat every now and then. I'm like, oh, he's a cool dude. Yeah, so it was all nice and chill. And then I knew how tight you guys were. And so when, the chance came up for Denny's to work with us, I'm like, oh, yeah, it's a no-brainer.
I had long hair back then.
Yeah.
Probably like, look at this guy.
Yeah.
If you would have cut that hair, you could get so many people high from that thing.
I'd definitely not pass a drug test with that hair.
Yeah. How did you pass a drug test? Oh, never mind. Never mind.
I faked it.
Did you?
Yeah, you have to. Yeah.
What are they gonna do? Come after
That's
you?
what I was like. Well, first off, I was like, I'm getting drug tested for this. I was like, never have I worked a job where I have to get.
They drug test people on radio?
I couldn't believe it.
Yeah, I can't believe it either.
Well, nobody could believe it.
But you know what? Looking back, I mean, everybody could have faked it. That test was so weak.
Oh, dude, those things are always weak.
Weak tests where you go and it's not court ordered. You can fake all of them.
They don't even care. They're not watching you. Yeah.
They don't watch you.
They give you a room.
They send you in the bathroom by yourself.
We're not suggesting anyone do that. Let's get that out there.
But let's just be clear.
Yeah, I mean,
it's easy to
it's
fake.
super easy.
All you got to do is just have a cup of somebody else's urine.
Yeah, just
that's
meet one of
clean
your
and-
buddies.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
I've met in gas stations. I'm
Strangers.
Like, fill her up.
Funny. Back when I was in high school, I had to get a physical for baseball season was coming up, and I had just gone out and I smoked weed like the night before. And
Really?
Yeah, didn't even think about it.
Mullet
Yeah.
Kev?
Yeah, probably. Yeah, probably right around that time
Okay.
period. Yeah.
Fun, Kev.
And so we were out there. Yeah, it was one of those times where, when we go camping, we just gone and slept on the riverbank and fishing, smoking weed, whatever. And then I'm like, oh my gosh, that's right. I got this test I got to take today, the physical part. And I'm like, I got to pee in a cup. And my cousin Bob was visiting me. And I'm like, you don't smoke any weed. I'm like, okay, so we're fine. And I remember I had him pee for me, and I just had to bring it in with me. And so I brought it in and gave it to him, and it came back to going, yeah, you've got a pretty serious infection. I had to go on medicine.
I hope you gave it to Bob. Did you give Bob the medicine?
No, he was gone. Oh, hey, by the way, you got a pretty bad bladder infection, man.
Yes.
Bob died a month later.
Hurts when I pee.
Well, it looked like dark apple cider. I'm like, this doesn't look right.
This is urine.
He's got scurvy dick.
And a bunch of blood in his piss. And I'm like,
That's so.
And then I found out later that they didn't even test for marijuana or any drugs. Son of a bitch.
You were just known for having that bladder.
Yeah, I had a bladder infection. Yeah. What are you messing with
That's
that?
so funny.
Oh, that's a great story.
Unreal. Loho sent an email. She said, hey, I was wondering what your intern's responsibilities are other than being Jerby's pancake getter.
That's only one of many.
Yeah. What all kind of stuff are the fun stuff the intern's doing there, Denny's?
Well, they do a lot, actually. They check everything. Anything that's going on the show for the day has to be checked by everybody. And we do a lot of bits on the show, so they set up all the stuff for us. If we have roaming cameras, if we're doing anything Facebook Live, they have to get together. They also write in and out cues for segments we do.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
They got a lot of responsibilities.
And if they want to do stuff that's in front of the camera and stuff, we'll put them in our videos and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes some kids just want to do behind the scenes stuff.
Yeah.
They don't want to do anything in front of a camera or anything.
Yeah, it really just varies on person to person. Some people like having a heavy workload, and some need a slower pace. I mean, they're obviously there to learn, so you get different gaps.
Right.
Well, and you can tell too. Sometimes there's the ones that are just there to get a grade, and they're just trying to.
Sometimes
they come
there's
in a
coasters.
hungover. Oh, I got food poisoning again for the 4th time this semester.
Yeah.
They'll just coast through. Yeah,
Food
we get
poisoning.
those.
Yeah.
We get those.
We used to have that one intern who used to always look in there and his head would be down on the table. And
There's one kid that slept the entire
he'd be
time.
sleeping, yeah.
I don't think I think he failed. I think we failed him.
We had to get him out of here.
Yeah, I mean, we
They gotta
actually
do a
have
little something.
standards.
There's been a couple
Surprisingly.
that haven't made it.
Well, you just gotta be here, and you gotta be at least present and blink.
Yeah, it's kind of a two-way street. You got to give us a little something, we give you a little something.
Well, why would
kinda
you do an internship for something you don't care about?
Thank you.
Like nobody's forcing you to do an internship.
And it's not like it's later in the day. It's early.
It
so
sucks.
if you're coming to this, you really should love this because it's gonna suck.
Yeah, it's early. You're fighting through that.
Do you guys remember we had that one intern who hated our show? And
Yes.
she would answer the phones and she'd agree with the haters.
I
She
know,
was
right? It
angry.
is
She
dumb.
hated us. She's like, I know, I think they fucking suck too.
Call them out. Here.
I was walking out there going, I think our intern's talking shit about us.
That's pretty amazing.
we actually thought it was pretty funny.
We did. And then you're kind of like, all right, get her out of here.
Yeah, then that kind of wore
The
off.
joke's old.
Bye, heifer. You're done.
Let me see. Carlos said here about the Think Fast game. Said, I disagree with the possible no yelling rule that you toyed with during Think Fast. I think it's time for Virginia and Denny's to level the playing field and start yelling themselves.
That might be what we have to do.
Jaybird bullies everyone by being so loud that only his answer is heard. Granted, it's an effective strategy, but it's now time for Virginia to turn up the volume and out-yell him.
Okay.
It'll make for a heck of a fun game. And Denny's, well, he's not the yelling type, but maybe if you can take his vape away and do some littering, that'll get him all riled up. So
I do have the cap this week, so yeah, it's time to switch things up.
Do you have the cap?
I do.
Yeah, you do.
I do.
Oh yeah, the marks on the wall still.
You want to touch it? You want to touch it? No, that's enough.
Jake, been listening since '99, thinking of a bit idea. You guys always looking for some stuff. Here's my thought. The game is essentially 20 questions, but rather than putting a limit on the amount of questions, it is based on time. Here's an example, 30 or 60 seconds on the clock. Kevin thinks of a celebrity. Jason or Virginia can ask as many questions as they want during this time period to try to figure out who it is. Like they could say, is it a boy? Is he an entertainer? Is he a singer? Is he married? Is he white? Is he blonde? That kind of stuff.
I don't hate it.
Yeah.
What do you want, 30 or 60? Probably 60. Right?
60,
I would
yeah.
say 120.
Okay. All right, I'll go with his suggestion. All right. Jaybird, you can start asking me questions. You understand how to do this?
I do.
It's basically like kind of like a yes, no kind of like
Yes.
thing. Mm-hmm.
Does he, is it a guy or a girl?
It's a guy.
Does he play the piano?
Occasionally.
Does he write his own music?
I think so.
Is it Billy Joel?
No.
Do I get to ask questions like that?
Is he a ginger?
No.
Is it Justin Timberlake?
It is Justin Timberlake.
The clue is occasionally, because Billy Joel would play it all the time.
Yeah, come on, Bird. You missed it.
Virginia gets first point.
Denny's, quit yelling.
All right, I like how we can all kind of just jump in and try to
Yeah,
guess it, because that's hard.
That's
Whoever
really hard.
closes
It's hard
it
to
up.
think of 20 questions.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
let's do this shit.
All right, here we go. 60 seconds again. All right. Start the question, somebody. Virginia?
Is this guy married?
Yes.
Does he have a ponytail?
No.
Is he a musician?
No.
Is he an actor?
Yes.
Has he ever had a scandal surrounding him?
Yes.
Is it Ryan Seacrest?
No.
You skipped Denny's turn.
Well, it doesn't
Go
matter.
ahead.
Okay.
Whoever wants
Is
the
it
questions.
Mel Gibson?
No.
Is it Bill Cosby?
No.
Is he a comedy actor?
Yes, he is.
Does he drink a lot publicly?
He has.
Bill Murray.
No.
Oh, that's a good one.
When we guess, are we out or do we keep guessing?
No, keep guessing.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry. I thought I was out.
No.
You're just wasting time.
What are you doing?
Is he fat or skinny?
He's in good shape.
Matthew McConaughey.
No.
What's that guy from Baywatch?
I don't know if I like this game.
It's so hard.
I don't know if I like this game.
Zach Efron. No.
Okay, couldn't make it through 2 rounds. Kevin Hart. Kevin Hart.
Kevin
It's
Hart.
so hard.
Yeah. Okay. Well, there you go. We start off strong, but
It's
yeah.
hard to think of questions, man.
No, I think 30 seconds I think it's too long.
60's too long.
I think 15 seconds is probably better.
15 seconds.
Jeez.
Is that too little?
Yeah.
All right.
30.
It was cursed from the beginning.
Okay, well, we give it a shot.
I don't want that person to feel bad. I like it.
I like it too.
Yeah, I didn't hate it.
I don't know.
It didn't go great,
It
but
didn't go great. I think we're to blame. I'm a big part of that blame, by the way.
I kept asking questions and I forgot what the answers were to the questions I asked.
And I didn't know who. Yeah, I was like, oh, is he a musician? I can't
I
remember.
thought we only had 20 questions, so I was counting them to make sure we didn't hit 20.
It made me kind of stressed out.
Yeah, we messed it up, Kevin.
Okay, all right. So it's not the game's fault, it's our fault.
Absolutely.
We're too neurotic to
big.
play it.
Okay. All right. Very nice. Well, if you've got any ideas for us, I do love the ideas. You can send them to us, mail at kvjshow.com.
Yeah, definitely. I don't want to discourage anyone from sending ideas. Now
No.
I feel like a dick face now.
Well, you should.
mail at kvjshow.com is how you get them to us. All righty. If you want to do what Suits is doing way too much, Bud's Chicken and Seafood, baby. He has got that Bud's on his back. He loves it. His trainer doesn't even know about it.
Shh, nobody tell him.
Oh, he'll be back in 15 minutes with chicken grease all over his face.
Oh, yeah. Can't get enough of it, huh? Yeah, that's what it is, baby. That chicken, that bird sauce, that Bud sauce.
There's nothing like their chicken tenders and that bird sauce.
He's
It is magical.
On
He
point.
never even had the bird sauce.
What?
He doesn't do.
He's not a sauce guy.
Sauces weird him out.
Yeah,
He
he's
doesn't
not,
dip a chicken tender?
It's like I don't eat it, bird.
no, he eats it dry. Suits likes it real dry.
I like it dry sometimes too, but I mean, you would think, family loyalty, he would try the bird sauce.
Yeah,
Right.
I mean,
He just likes it dry.
Suits.
So
Wow.
you gotta get that bird sauce and bring it in for us.
it's a mystery.
Yeah, no kidding. We'll bring the sauce back at least. Shh, come on, Suits.
Yeah. All right, well, go try it for yourself. Get whatever sauce or not that you want at Bud's Chicken and Seafood, 7 locations in Palm Beach County. We'll talk to y'all later. Goodbye.
Cleveland Clinic, Florida provides individualized treatment plans for excellent outcomes of health problems, ranging from the most common to the most complex, even in cases considered untreatable by others. Cleveland Clinic, Florida. Every life deserves world-class care.